So, did we finish talk about Jesus? Did we get all of our questions answered?
I don't have any more questions. The questions that I was asking have been answered.
So let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the universe today and why so many people are so lost. And I think you all know from our talks what the answer to that is. But one of the things that you need to understand is that this time in history is no different from any other time. Okay? Everybody has experienced the same emotions and the same past experiences over and over. Karma. Here we go. Karma. Karma comes from bringing past emotions and experiences forward, not only in this lifetime, but from other lifetimes too. So if you don't deal with your past emotions and experiences, you will carry them forward into the next life. And that's why it's important to release them now. That's why it's important to do the work now. That's what karma is.
Is that true even on minute levels? Like thinking something as simple as you see trash on the ground. I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to pick it up. Is that karma? Like you knew the right thing to do, but you didn't do it? Is that still accumulating?
That's karma in this realm. That's karma in this realm. Right now, in your present state.
Right.
Okay? That's not karma from the past.
But is that going to move forward to the next life?
No. No, that won't move forward to the next life. You will experience that here.
Would it be, I always think that God will keep putting that into my life until I learn my lesson. And then, once I've learned my lesson, then I move on. Is that karma?
That's karma.
Okay. Yeah.
That's karma. And that's what can be carried from lifetime to lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's why we want to deal with it now. We want to deal with it here. So that the next lifetime you come into, you can start with a cleaner slate and less fear.
Could you elaborate though? I'm confused on, on the answer to the picking up the trash question. Did anyone get that? Or
Is it, do you feel bad for not picking it up?
Yeah, was there an emotion attached?
okay, so that would be my example. Yeah, so I see trash, I don't pick it up. There's guilt in me. I know I shouldn't feel guilt, but I feel guilt because that's the right thing to do, but I don't do it. Now I'm moving more pain into this lifetime or even into the next lifetime because of that emotion.
Absolutely. That's it. It's kind of like you got a guilt platform, if you will. Okay? And you come in. Now, you already have a guilt platform when you start, right? Because you're separated from the higher power. You separated yourself from safety and security. Okay? And now that you didn't pick up the trash, you're adding on to the guilt platform. So it keeps building in this lifetime.
Why do we feel guilt just from being separated?
Because to come into this realm, it's you have to deal with the ego. When you're in the other realm, on the other side, there's no ego. There's only love and compassion. That's one of the challenges of coming into this realm. It's almost like you're dealing with duality here. Okay?
Well, I could see disappointment, I could see sadness, but why guilt?
Well, guilt is just one of those emotions that you can carry with you and keep repeating over and over. It's like being on a hamster wheel, you know? And when you have these emotions that you stay attached to, guess what? That's disappointment, that's guilt, that's sadness. You just keep repeating them over and over. So the trash is just a reflection of this guilt and disappointment and sadness.
So where it would be possible if she saw the trash and had no negative emotion and went, oh, look at that beautiful trash and walked by, that wouldn't be karma.
Absolutely.
Would it be going to the grocery store last night and having 5 pairs roll off to the ground, and then I could see 2 pairs rolling off, but 5, so I picked 2 or 3 up and put them up. I left the rest down. I felt bad. But I figured to myself, it'll come around, or somehow is that the same thing?
That's guilt.
Yeah. So simple, you know, just such a simple thing, but you feel so, it's such a strong emotion, and you know.
Is it possible that you could make an entire incarnation about clearing karma, like make that your sort of purpose?
When you get to that point, you're not going to return.